everybody, this is the Website Boy again with another great tutorial, and today I'm going to show you something very important. If you want to make a custom website for yourself or for anybody else, you need to know how to override Bootstrap so that way you can get the best possible styles for your website, all right, or for your page. So keep an open eye for and pay very close attention to what I'm gonna do next. All right, so for those of you that don't know how to navigate my course, this is how you do it. If this is your first time watching the Website Boy tutorials, subscribe right now so that way you can get all the tutorials emailed to you right to your email, and YouTube will do that for you automatically, right? So all you have to do is look at the bottom of this video here, and you're gonna see that little subscribe button on the right side there. Make sure you click that and it's gonna subscribe you, right? So do that. For those of you that want to do everything like me, I say it in all the videos, I do everything with Sublime, but in the future I might change it. I don't know. I like Sublime a lot, so I use Sublime Text and I use the ML plugin just to write faster. All right. And for those of you that for some reason cannot install this software or whatever, you can go ahead and install Notepad, which is free for Windows, and Text Wrangler, which is free for Mac. For those of you out there that forget to click that thumbs up and you like my videos, this is just to remind you there not to forget. It really helps me a lot. It shows me that you appreciate my videos. It shows me that you like it, and that way I can go back and make more videos. All right, and I look at everybody that does dislikes. All right, so keep that in mind. For those of you that want to download my exercise files, very simple. In the bottom of this video there is a link in the description. Click it. It's gonna take you to my website. You can download it. Click download over there. It's very safe because it's protected by HTTPS, which is a security protocol in the internet, and credit cards company uses. So it's very safe to download anything from my website. All right. So if you want the code, go ahead and do that. And for those of you that like my videos, thank you again. And I will always thank you on my videos because you are the life. You are my life in this online community. Since every time I see a like, I go crazy and I want to make like 100 million more videos. Thank you again, and let me show you how to actually do Bootstrap. All right, how to actually do really custom Bootstrap code. All right, so let's start overriding some Bootstrap code. Let's go. Show you how to override Bootstrap. For those of you that download my exercise files, you're gonna have this there called override _ css.html. This file is going to be in your exercise files. If you don't have it, go to the bottom of this video, click on the link, go to my website and download. It's going to take you 1 minute. You click it and you're going to download it like within 2 seconds. You're going to have this file there, right? So once you have this file, or if you don't, just don't worry about it, but I suggest you have it because that way you can follow along with me. But you don't really need to. You can just learn this lesson like the way it is. So it's up to you. Now you're going to have a file like this, a web page. And you're gonna have these icons here that what we're gonna do in this tutorial is we're gonna change the color of it. All right, because Bootstrap comes with just all black colors on the icons. We want to change the colors and make it look nice, right? We want to change the colors on these buttons too, and we want to fix the footer here. So I'm gonna show you how to do that right now, overriding Bootstrap. All right, so let's just go ahead and open our text editor. In my case, it's Sublime. All right, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be dragging this file there to Sublime. All right, let me just make it halfway so that way you can see what I'm doing. All right, this should be like this. And what I want to do, I want to first target these icons right here that we made in a couple tutorials back in the typography course. We made these icons, right? Actually, I don't think it was in the it was in the icons tutorial, sorry. So we're gonna change the color of these icons here. All right, so how do we change the colors? Very simple. Let's inspect element on it. Let's do that, and we're gonna see that it has a class called Glyphicon. Right, let's just put this here. Let's just right click on it. This is in Chrome, by the way. Let's edit as HTML, and let's just copy this with Command C or Control C if you're on a PC. Let's go to our one important file that I include in your exercise file, which you should have, called custom.css, and that is going to be inside this folder called CSS. Right? We're gonna drag this drag it right here called custom.css. We're gonna drag it to our HTML editor or code editor for some of you, right? And we're gonna see some some styles here that we already created for the slider that we made, and nav bar and all that. In the bottom of all this, we're going to create some space, and I'm going to paste that code. I'm going to first put a dot for just to signal my browser that this is a class, right? And we're going to paste it, and we're going to open the curly braces and close them, right? And in between them, we're going to write our code to change the color for, let's say, let's change the first one, and this one is called Glyphicon, right? Let's just change the color on all of them, right? And this is how you do change the color on all of them. Let's just make them color red and just save it with Control S or Command S. Go back to the browser, refresh it, and you can see now that all the icons on the page is changed to color red. All right, so all you have to do is target this specific class, right? But now we notice that we right click on it, we notice that it does have two classes. Let me just right here, it's already open. We notice that this element has two classes. It has a Glyphicon and Glyphicon shopping cart, right? And it's good that it does have two classes. That way we can just target one specific element. So how do we do that? We edit it, we copy that whole thing, right? Command C or Control C, and we come back here, we put a dot, right, for the class, we paste it, and you see this is a different color. Some editors will show you this. And all we have to do is put this, both of them together, divided by a dot, signaling that this is a class, right? We open and close the curly braces, right? And we want to change, we want to just copy this, put it right here, and let's just change it to blue. We just want to change this specific shopping cart element right there, icon, right? We save it, we come back to it, and we refresh it, and now you can see that this icon changed to blue, right? Because we target that specific class. And if you want to just target this one, very simple, copy that whole thing again, paste it in here, and I think this one is called heart. If it's not, we go back and change it. Open our curly braces, and we just paste this because I don't like writing too much, right? Code, and just call it yellow, right? Save it and refresh it, and you can see that it changed to yellow. So this is how we can target specific Bootstrap classes, all right? Overriding it. Now let's change how this looks in the bottom here. How do we do that? Very simple. Let's just inspect element and check the class. I already know the class, but I want to show you how I do it. Some of you already know this. So BTM, let's just right click it, edit it, copy it, right? And let's go back to our editor, paste it in here. Remember that if you want to just change all of them, you just target that one class that all of them have, and just write your code, right, to target all of them. And let's just write red, refresh, and they're all gonna be red now. See that? Now these are all have the same classes, BTM and then BTM primary. So if we can't target all of them, we can't target one specific element because they need to have a different class. Like this one, each of these have one specific class, right? And then they have all the same classes, one class. The BTM, I mean Glyphicon, is in all of them, but then he has another class that differentiates this one from this one. Shopping cart, and then heart, and then star, and then check, whatever. So that's why we can target one individually. So what we can do with this buttons here, since they all have the same two classes, we can create another third class just to differentiate this one from this one and this one from this one, right? So let's go ahead to that document, and let's do that right now. All right, let's go all the way to the bottom, and I want to target the first one. This is the first buttons right here, and I'm just going to create another class, and I'm just going to call it first, right, button, and then just going to copy it, right, and go back to this, and I'm just going to say dot btn and then dot. Make sure they're both together because it won't work if you put it like this, you know. Well, in some cases it might work, but this is how it will. this is how it is, all right? So if you don't know this, I'm gonna explain to you. Very simple. What you're saying right now, if you separate it, you're saying I want to apply whatever code you have in between these curly braces to a class inside this class. That's what you're saying. But if you put them together, you're saying I want to apply this code, whatever you write here, to any element that has these two classes. All right, so that's what we're doing right now. So just to give you a little, so let's just call this code here called background, and then just, I don't know, I want to call it black. 000 means black, and then save it, refresh it, and now this color stays the same, which because I did something wrong, right? So let me see what I did wrong. First button, I didn't save it here, so let's just save it here, refresh, and that's it. So you can see now that we only target one because we made another class to differentiate it from the rest. And let's fix the footer right here too. Real simple. Let's just inspect element on it, and this the daddy element, right? The father element of this whole thing paragraph is the footer. So let's change that and give it some space and change the color of the background, right? So let's do that right now. All right, let's just keep it here so you can see it all the way to the bottom of the document, and we see that the tag right here, right? So let's go to the CSS and just let's target this HTML5 tag called footer. The reason why that's not because I didn't close it with this curly bracket, so that's why it wasn't showing. My editor lets me know when I make a mistake. Let's just write the code for this, and let's just create the code called, I know the color of this by heart because I done this tutorial like 2 times and made mistakes. But if you do that, the background for the footer, if you do that code, is going to create this background, the same color as this, which is 28, 28, 28 right here. All right. So now we have a problem because we have all the letters are in black. We need to create a code to make those letter white, right? And for that, we're just gonna say inside this element, we want all the text to be white, and FFF means white, and you can just write it down too and write it saying white, and you see all the code is white. Now there is another problem. We don't have space here, so let's create a margin top. Let's put 20 pixels and separate it from the top of this element, and you see that it's separated now, right? And now we have another problem that we have too many words here. We just want little words, small words, and just say something like copyright or something. Copyright, right? The website boy, websiteboy.com. Save it, refresh it here, and now we have another problem, right? Now that we changed this, but it's not centered. But remember, we have a class in Bootstrap where we can go ahead and center it without writing any CSS code. We don't need to write. So let's just put a class on this tag called text. Remember, what was the other word? Center. You got it. Let's just save it and refresh it, and now it's center, right? So if you see your document now, we fixed the footer is aligned with this, and it has white words in there. We change colors of, I show you how to change the color of these buttons and change the colors of icons. So basically we learn how to override Bootstrap code, all right? So that way you can make your pages however you want. You can even override this gray color here in your Jumbotron, or override the nav bar, or override anything that has to do with Bootstrap. All you have to do is write the classes, the same classes you have here. For example, I already showed you this, but I can do it again. Inspect element, and this Jumbotron has a class. If you wanted to override that, all you have to write is the Jumbotron class in here, and write whatever class code you wanted to apply to this specific element. So with this class. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope this was able to help you guys out there. Some of you that don't know how to do this, and now you do. So thank you again, and keep watching the tutorials. We're almost getting close to the advanced tutorials, and I believe the advanced tutorial will start in the 23rd video. So keep an eye open for that. And there I will show you how to do some really, really cool advanced Bootstrap coding. All right. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.